Fieldwork is a very essential part of anthropology. Branislaw Malinowski has given fieldwork to anthropology with the participant observation by his work on Trobriand Islands. From the times of Malinowski, Franz Boas, and Margaret Mead to us present anthropologists, fieldwork binds us with the thread they have woven. On the question of why it is so necessary, the core principle of anthropology answers that the cultural relativism, forgetting one's own prejudices, seeing the things as they are from their perspective, we study others as it is necessary to understand the cultural belief practices in their own context as it helps to minimize the conflict which emerges in the different societies. Our Department of Anthropology is in the list of higher institutions who are keeping this great tradition alive. Every year, students of masters venture on a month-long field work far from their homeland to study especially the communities in tribal areas and sometimes in rural or urban areas. The fieldwork starts with the selection of field area and then research topic and objectives of the studies, and selection of appropriate methods and techniques to collect data. The preparation of fieldwork begins far before than the actual fieldwork. In this batch, there were 14 students who decided to work varying topics related to Konyaks. For instance, death rituals, customary law, growth and nutrition, food, somatoscopy, impact of modernization, status of informal and formal education, and ethnomedicine, and many more. The study area was the hills of northeastern Nagaland in Mon district. The culture of this place is comparatively preserved than its counterparts. The Mon district of Nagaland is also known as the land of Ankhs. Konyak Nagas are among the last headhunters of the world. Although headhunting has been stopped, but one can meet the fiercest warrior of their age walking down the lane. The Konyaks, an ethnic group especially known for their root culture, headhunting. There are a lot of misconceptions among the people. For instance, if this practice still prevails among the Konyaks, do they seriously rip the head if anyone enters the village? Are they inhuman, rude, and cruel in nature? There were millions of questions regarding the practice of headhunting, and still there are many. Have you ever wondered if headhunting matters for prestige and wealth only, or were there any other factors involved in it? Nokha, one of the last headhunter, answered some of the millions questions. Headhunting was not only practiced for wealth and prestige, rather it was the rite of passage for young boys of the tribes. The decapitated heads of enemies were brought back as trophies and hung in front of houses and morungs, which defines the bravery and strength of the warrior. Headhunting was a crucial practice of Konyak Nagas and is a thing of utmost pride in Konyaks. The basis of headhuntings are the village autonomy. One who harms the village is the enemy of village, and the enmity is shared with the perpetrator's village also. The hunting raids can be individual or can be in the groups. The one who takes the head of enemy presents it to the head of the village, which is called the Ang. Then he can wear the necklace containing whatsoever number of heads he have taken. You can see some people wearing necklaces of one head, two head, or three heads. These necklaces would mean that they have taken the heads of two people or three people. But nowadays, these necklaces are now used as jewelry because the head hunting have been stopped. These ornaments are the cultural survival of a great tradition. Aelong Monyu is the festival of harvest and harmony. It is one of the most important festival of Konyaks. The festival is a series of programs extending from 1st to 6th April, the last day being the most important. The dances, presentation of headhunting, and the feast are center of attraction for people. This is the presentation of a headhunting raid. These children are trained in morungs, carrying their baskets and daws, the knife, and walking in the coordinated manner. As mentioned earlier, the headhunting has been stopped in the Konyaks. The presentation of these raids is the medium of keeping the culture alive, and this is also the example of a cultural survival. See as they depart magnificently.
Konyak ông xin ở đâu mà cái gì dùng.
And at last, the feast of Owling Monu. Mithun is a delicacy here. Mithun is an animal which looks like the inbred of cow and buffalo, but is a different species, obviously. Morung is a youth dormitory. In earlier days, every Konyak boy learned the skills of life in here, be it weaponry, guns, community service. This was the school of Konyaks before there was any school. This is a log drum, which is seen earlier also. The boys were playing it. This has a huge significance in Konyak society. It is a drum made out of a wood by making hollow a whole tree log. Earlier it was used for alerting the nearby villages, but now Konyaks use it as a musical instrument on various occasions. Extensive data collection exercise was conducted during the fieldwork. Here are some glimpses of that. With passing days, the fieldwork also nears the end. In the field, anthropology comes alive as we shed our preconception and embrace the unknown. a transformative journey that bridges the gap between theory and reality. The tradition of fieldwork is what makes anthropology different and unique from science and social sciences.